teams as they aim to break their respective losing streaks. Miami will need to capitalize on the home court advantage, while SMU will have to rely on the continued strong play of Robinson and Peterson.
And the Canes win the opening tap as Haley Cavinder takes it up for Miami. Canes seeking their 12th win on the season here this afternoon. And Haley Cavinder, who we referenced back in the pregame, over to her sister Hannah. That layup is short, but the rebound picked up there by Cameron Williams. She puts it in for the first 2 points of the day.
Very early on, Cameron Williams on the boards, and that is a great sign for Miami. SMU, such a dynamic offensive rebounding team in the ACC and the country, and so Miami has to match that.
And first three-pointer up there by SMU by Keisha Woods, no good. Miami's going to take it the other way. Cavinder has it at the foul line. She stops over to Jasmine Robertson underneath. It goes out of bounds. Turnover, Miami, ball back to SMU.
Miami only 9 turnovers the last contest, although they did not secure the victory. But that is something that Miami has struggled with very early on in the season, and they have done a great job turning that around and focusing more on taking care of that basketball.
Also, second lowest turnover total of the season, so that was definitely a good sign from that game. Three-pointers off there by Robertson, knocked out of bounds, and it will go back to the Canes. And that's one thing that I talked to head coach Tricia Cullip yesterday. She said she was at least happy with that from the Clemson game. The second lowest amount of turnovers, that at least that's something that they're working on to get back in the positive direction.
And we can see the benefits of it, and we can see the results last game of something that she has, really had her staff focus on.
Roberts has it, top of the key. Over to Haley Cavinder underneath, and the steal there, but Zanai Jones runs out of real estate on the baseline. The ball goes back to the Hurricanes, but 5 on the shot clock.
See what Coach Cullip has in her bag.
Inbound there to Darrione Rogers. Her three is up. It's no good. And the layup by Cavinder, no good, as the shot clock is running down, and Jessica Peterson takes it up for SMU, the leading rebounder in the ACC.
2 early offensive rebounds by the Canes.
And Rogers with the steal there for Miami as they take it the other way. Roberts in the corner. Her three is up. No good. Taken there by SMU in transition. Robertson has it. Robertson all the way to the basket. Her layup no good, but a foul there. And that one on Haley Cavinder underneath. That's going to be a shooting foul. The Mustangs go to the line for 2.
Canes are going to have to sprint back in transition. And not just in transition on a missed shot or a turnover, but also after a made basket.
Nia Robertson, nearly 80% from the free throw line this season, averaging 19 points a game, 3rd in the ACC. First free throw is up and good. Robertson has spent her beginning of her college career at George Washington. Now at SMU, she's from Fort Worth. Basically back home.
She's been the first Mustang since Mackenzie Adams to score 20 or more points in 4 consecutive games. She's very important to this SMU team.
Second free throw, no good, and that three-pointer by Rogers in and out. Another rebound there for Peterson. Woods three-pointer, no good, and Miami's going to take it the other way. An early 2-1 lead for the Canes here. 2.5 minutes into the first quarter. And Williams loses that one out of bounds, but he'll stay with the Hurricanes.
I know Rogers missed 2 early threes, but that is her shot, and she can fill it up and fill it up really quickly. When she is filling it, she can shoot it from the logo.
And she had 7 threes in the loss at Syracuse earlier this month. Had 23 points in that game. Hannah Cavinder. Over to Roberts, went right through her hands, out of bounds, turnover, Canes, back to SMU.
Both teams kind of playing a little sloppy right now, missing a lot of shots, just have to settle down a little bit.
And Zanai Jones takes it up for the Mustangs. SMU off 4 consecutive losses. One dribbled off her foot, but The loose ball there, jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Mustangs.
It's great effort by Cavinder to get on the floor and sacrifice her body for the basketball. Let's take another look at it. Not satisfied, busy, active hands, and the effort level from the Canes has certainly gone up.
No field goals yet for SMU. 3 minutes into the game, Jones three-pointers up, no good. It's going to be rebounded there by Haley Cavinder. Canes taking it the other way. Rogers, fire away from three. That one goes in. She'll take that one.
It's Sunday, but the bank's not open. It's open here at the Watsco Center for Rogers.
And she hits that three, a 5-1 lead now for the Canes.
There's something about shooters. They just shoot. You're missing, you're making,
gotta
you
shoot.
have to shoot. You don't know if you're going to make it. You don't shoot the ball.
Turnover out of bounds at SMU. See her just firing away.
Well, she's always on that drag, right, in transitions, and her guards are always understanding where she is in transition, waiting to shoot that shot, and she shoots it very well.
Yeah, didn't score in the game against Clemson the other night, so a good start for her getting that three out of the gate. Haley Cavinder, her three is good, so a couple threes in a row here for the Canes and a quick 8-1 lead.
Sometimes all you have to do is see it go through the rim.
Jones, jumper, no good. And the rebound goes to TK Pitts. It bounced in her hands, and she gets that one for the first field goal of the day for the Mustangs over 4 minutes in the first quarter. Canes still holding on to this 5-point lead. Nice job, the Cavinder sisters hooking up. Hannah to Haley.
That's that twin connection. I can't count on both hands how many times we have seen them be able to just know where each other's going to be.
7-point lead here for the Canes. She was wide open on that one. Peterson down on the block. Her hook no good. Rebounded by Rogers. Canes taking it the other way. Good start for Miami. Rogers, though, loses the ball. Back to Robertson. Her layup is up and good. A little bit of contact there, but we play on. And SMU trails here by 5, nearly halfway into the first quarter.
Miami running on a made basket is what they need to do in this transition. As we just saw, they had a wide open three out of this transition.
And Haley Cavinder, another three-pointer, a couple for her so far today. Canes off to a good start here. Three-pointer in the corner, no good there by Kylie Marshall. Rebounded by Peterson. She goes underneath. She stepped on the baseline. Timeout on the floor. Canes off to a quick start. 12-5 lead over the Mustangs. And Haley Cavinder, she's getting the layup. She's getting the threes, doing it from all over the place. Canes up 7 here in the first. Mm-hmm.
Adam.
7-point lead for the Canes here over SMU halfway through the first quarter, and you see there the graphic, it has not been pretty there for SMU, taking on the types of teams like North Carolina, Notre Dame, and most recently Duke for Toyo Wilson, and a bit of a tough stretch there to say the least.
What an initiation into the ACC SMU has had to deal with these past 3 games. 3 teams within the top 25. It's just been it's been a challenge.
Notre Dame's 8-0, Duke 7-1, so it's been tough there for the Mustangs. 50 on the shot clock for the Canes. That layup in and out, Lamaya Hilton checking in for Miami. And also Natalia Marshall checking in. We'll talk about her in just a second. She's returned after a 3-game absence. Good start defensively here by the Canes. SMU an early 2 for 9 from the floor. That turnaround layup is good by Peterson.
Marshall coming back has really given the Canes an opportunity to, number one, give Cameron Williams some much needed breathing time when she needs those breaks. And then it stretches the defense and allows, you know, isolation, true isolation to happen.
There's Haley Cavinder underneath, and that ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay with the Canes. Nay Adams in the game also for Miami.
Yeah, Marshall shoots the ball over 40% from the 3, and that's something that Miami has certainly been missing. Has the experience to get out there and help be a true leader on this team.
Shot clock winding down. Cavinder underneath, her shot no good, as SMU now will take it. Nearing the 3-minute mark here of the first quarter. Canes a 5-point lead over the Mustangs. Robertson puts up a 3. That one no good. Canes in transition. Haley. Up to Marshall, that one no good, and it's going to come back to SMU.
Yeah, Marshall just probably a little rusty. Missing those consecutive games back to back to back. You know, sometimes it just takes a little while to get it going again.
Mm-hmm. There's Denai Jones. Down to Pitts. Under 10 on the shot clock for SMU, and they finally hit their first 3 of the afternoon. It's Kylie Marshall. And after a bit of a slow start for SMU, they trail by 2 now. 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
Well, we know what SMU's ability level is. You know, when they played Pittsburgh, they scored over 30 in just 1 quarter. And so
that's an offensive foul there on Marshall. She hit Peterson there in the face. The ball's going to go back to SMU. The biggest thing, too, with SMU, Tamara, is the droughts. Is that the Pittsburgh game, which I know SMU's heard a lot about. They had the 32-point lead. They got shut out in the 3rd quarter. But even against Duke on Thursday night, they had a good first quarter. But then the 2nd and 3rd, they struggled. I think it was 4 points in the 2nd quarter, and that's where they have to just avoid those major droughts.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's something that it's a challenge and a bit of adversity that, you know, the Canes, that SMU is going to have to overcome.
Offensive foul there on TK Pitts.
And of course, Adams is there. Adams does a really good job of sacrificing her body game after game, and she's probably averaging just under 1 offensive rebound, drawing that per game.
And a turnover there on Miami, so the ball's going to go back to SMU.
5 early turnovers in the first quarter. SMU has 4. Keys to this game is going to include rebounding and taking care of the basketball.
Leah Harmon checks in for Miami. She's going to check in for Haley Cavinder. She's going to take a breather here towards the end of the first quarter. So SMU can tie the game here or even take the lead. After a bit of a rough start, Robertson pull-up jumper, no good off the back of the iron. Cavinder takes it for the Canes. Good job there in transition. She drops that one off. Aurora Armand with the layup.
Armand is giving such great energy minutes and moments here. I mean, kudos to her. You know, she has had such an adverse few years dealing with injuries. She's had 2 ACLs. She didn't play her senior year. She didn't play last year. And so we're watching her right before our eyes become who she is going to become under Tricia Cullor.
And that layup there by Pitts after an offensive rebound by SMU. So the Mustangs down 2, under 90 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. They're a pretty fast quarter, pretty clean, only 3 combined fouls between the two teams. Nice backdoor pass there, and Adams gets fouled.
Oh, a late whistle. I thought he wasn't going to call that, but Jones definitely grabbed her arm. Looked like she grabbed her wrist. Could have been dangerous.
I was watching. I'm like, that was not all ball by any stretch.
Maybe it happened a little too fast for him. Definitely around the wrist.
So, nice pass there too by Hilton.
With the left.
First free throw is up and good for Adams, averaging 3 points a game. Scored 10 against Clemson back on Thursday.
And Miami's shooting the ball really, really well from the free throw line. They ranked 2nd in the ACC and 9th nationally, 78.5% from the free throw.
And even though they missed the free throw, they get the extra possession here with the offensive rebound. Haley Cavinder, her shot in the lane short. Peterson, another rebound under a minute to go here in the first quarter with the Canes up 15-12. Robertson, her 3 way off. Peterson tracks down another rebound.
Robertson not having the best first quarter, but she's so confident she's going to get them up. So Miami's going to have to stick with her all 4 quarters.
Marshall, her shot is off, tipped around, and picked up by Hannah Cavinder. Under 30 seconds to go. Shot clock off, so the Canes can play for a final shot here to end the first quarter.
I think it'll be a high pick and roll, as we can see.
10 rebounds already for Jessica Peterson in 1 quarter. Cavinder goes around a screen, 8 seconds to go. Kick out to Harmon for 3. No good. Peterson, another rebound.
If you're Miami, that's the perfect possession, though, right? To end the quarter. Wide open shot, penetrating pitch, find the open man. Just have to knock down that shot.
15-12 lead for the Canes. See what the Canes do here in their first possession of the second quarter. Rogers, another 3. She puts it in, her 2nd of the afternoon. Missed her first 2, but she's hit her last 2.
You call her own number. She said, when the offense is stagnant, I'll call my own number.
And the Canes back up by 6 here.
Miami has seemed to go to a soft zone.
Cavinder underneath. And a traveling violation on Cameron Williams. See Darrione Rogers here.
Doesn't need much room, doesn't need much space, and she can do it and fill it up very deeply.
Averaging 7.5 points a game.
Cameron Williams is going to have to know that that double is coming, and her teammates are going to have to communicate that so she can understand. That's on that spin, SMU is coming to double it.
Pitts has it for the Mustangs. Back up top to Jones.
Rogers just daring Pitts to shoot the ball.
Woods takes the 3, in and out. Rogers goes up for the rebound for the Canes. Sends it down the court, but intercepted by Pitts.
It's a little more muscle on that.
Minute and a half in here into the second quarter. 7th turnover for the Canes so far in the afternoon.
Canes in man-to-man.
Another pass intercepted, this time on the Canes side by Haley Cavinder. Handoff to Rogers. 3, up, in and out.
Oh, almost.
Good rebound there by Roberts. She's right place, right time, puts it in.
Just the extra effort to keep the ball alive and to keep the possession alive. And as that come with offensive rebound, Peterson will start to check back into the basketball game.
5-0 to start for the Canes here in the second quarter, 2 minutes in. And we talked about the droughts with SMU too. They're bringing Robertson and Peterson back in after the...
This extra effort here gives the Canes a 5-0 lead. A 5-0 run to start the second quarter.
And although it is early in the second quarter, still, this SMU team has had some droughts at times, and we'll see if they can get back into this because they started off a little slow and then they got it back within 3 in the first. Shot no good there. Denavia Hall, the Canes will take it the other way. Haley Cavinder. Back to Rogers. Now Hannah Cavinder has it for the Canes.
They're trying to get the ball into Cameron Williams, but it's difficult. Jones and the guards are kind of digging in and helping on that. Roberts just a little too aggressive with that push-off, and Rogers got called for the offensive foul.
So moving screen there on the Canes, and the ball will go back to SMU here. 8-point lead for Miami. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes in.
I think the adjustments for the Canes to get the ball into Cameron Williams will be to get it into her from the top of the key. That way there is very little help from the guards.
Robertson, she was held to 1 of 5 shooting back in the first quarter. That 3 ball is good by Denavia Hall. She knocks that one down to get SMU back within 5, their first basket here in the second quarter.
It seems like everyone from SMU can shoot it. And whether or not they have a high three-point percentage, they can get it up there.
Haley Cavinder, her third 3 of the afternoon.
Oh, she's having herself a night.
10 points already out of the gate. She had that easy layup.
It's a shootout.
Now all of a sudden the offenses are waking up.
It is a shootout. Maybe the 12 o'clock game had everyone still rested, but both teams are awake right now.
Yeah, slow start in the first, then it kind of picked up. Slow start to the second, now it's kind of picking up again here. And a foul right top of the key there.
We look at both teams, their ability to fill it up beyond the arc. We have one right there by Hall, and then you come back down, and Haley Cavinder is doing what Haley Cavinder does.
And Cavinder so far a couple threes. She's 4 or 5 from the floor for 10 points to lead all scorers. 5-point advantage for the Canes. No call there.
I like the no call. I like the no call.
And SMU will take it the other way.
Nothing like some good old physicality when you get into the post play.
And also, too, yeah, we've seen it's been pretty clean for the most part. We haven't seen free throws early, just a few. Letting them play today. Peterson, layup is good.
What a battle down low between Cameron and Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson pulled down 11 rebounds in the opening quarter. She now has 4 points here on the afternoon. And SMU back within 3. Williams has the free throw line for Miami. Haley, her jumper is up, it's good.
Yeah, Miami shooters are hot right now. They're gonna have to find a way to get their shooters open, set good, solid screens so they can get good looks, just as what happened with Haley.
12 points for her now in the afternoon. That three-pointer is off there by Zanai Jones. Canes will take it the other way. Haley and Hannah back. Haley has it all the way to the basket to Hannah. And a traveling violation.
Thought we was gonna see some sister magic.
And they're going back and forth here in Coral Gables, and the Canes right now holding a 5-point advantage, 25-20 here in the second quarter. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter at the Watsco Center here in Coral Gables. Miami 25, SMU 20. Kevin Rogers and Tamara James with you here on this Sunday afternoon. Canes looking to get on track. SMU trying to get on track.
Miami doing a really good job pushing the ball in transition and stopping the ball in transition. They're going to have to do a better job at keeping Peterson off the glass, as she has 11 rebounds already in this contest.
SMU 8 of 25 from the floor. They're 3 of 13 from three-point range. So far, Canes have hit 4 threes. Nice backdoor pass there to Pitts. Misses the layup. Second chance there by Woods, no good. Williams gets the rebound for the Canes. Canes is trying to, still early, still trying to pull away from SMU. The Mustangs, in spite of some of their offensive struggles, still hanging around. Anna Cavinder has it. She loses it over to Haley. Under 10 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Good defense there by SMU. It's a shot clock violation there by the Canes. Good job by the Mustangs.
Really great defensive possession by SMU. Had the Canes rattled out of the timeout, and it resulted in a shot clock violation.
Didn't even get past the three-point line on that one, too. Kept him out on the perimeter. The Mustangs here with under 4 minutes to go, down 5.
So far, the Mustangs don't have an answer for Haley Cavinder, so Hurricanes are going to try to have to get her more involved in this offense every possession. And
Robertson there with 2, and she's had some struggles early on, but now up to 5 points here on the afternoon for SMU's leading scorer. Anna Cavinder all the way to the basket. Her layup no good. Peterson, there's another rebound for her. Peterson top of the circle. Her long 2 no good. Anna Cavinder the rebound for the Canes. Cavinder all the way to the basket. There's a foul there on SMU.
Had that foul not been called, it would have been off of the body. You know, the Hurricanes doing a really, really impressive job at handling the adversity, the injuries that they've had, you know, the constant switch-ups and the challenges that have come with these injuries. They're about 1 or 2 players away from having a really dynamic basketball team.
And also the other thing, too, is that's always, you know, there's been this large discussion in college sports, women's basketball, men's basketball, football, doesn't matter, is with all the movement of the players, you got to kind of get this thing going quick.
Oh,
you don't have years to develop a team because you have different rosters every year. So that's kind of been the hard part. Both these teams, SMU has a lot of transfers in. Miami has transfers. You have injuries on both sides. That's what makes it hard for both sides.
It is a very small window that you have to adapt to if you're a player and if you are a coach. And that is something that all of women's basketball is having to deal with. We're dealing with NIL. We're dealing with the transfer portal. We're dealing with, you know, not a lot of red shirt freshmen are doing this now. You know, it's plug and play. It's getting what you can get. It's recruiting, you know, what you can recruit. And Tricia Cullen's done a great job to have the 8th best recruiting class coming in next year. That will tremendously be an impact to this team right away.
And you don't see high school seniors then becoming freshmen and now being stars. You just don't see it. It's just you have to, in a sense, have the work experience. But Jasmine Roberts, she's been with the program. She hits the 2 free throws, and the Canes back up by 5. She's been a constant of this program for the last several years. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Robertson trying to get herself going for SMU. Peterson, nice pass underneath to Pitts. That layup is good.
It's a miscommunication for the Canes that allowed Pitts to get a almost wide open backdoor layup.
3-point lead here for the Canes. 2.5 to go before halftime. Cavinder underneath to Williams. Trying to post up on Peterson. Her shot looked like Peterson got a piece of it there. SMU's going to take it the other way. TK Pitts has it now for the Mustangs. Jones underneath to Peterson. Going to battle all day with Peterson and Williams. Her hook is up, no good. Roberts the rebound for the Canes.
Only one rebound for Peterson this second quarter this far.
Cavinder misses the layup. Yeah, they've done a good job of at least controlling that. Robertson pulls up for three, and that's good. Don't want to get her on fire for the Mustangs.
Oh, when she started doing that slingshot, you're kind of in trouble.
And the Mustangs even things up at 27, under 2 minutes to go here before halftime. All even up at 27 here in Coral Gables between Miami and SMU. Minute 46 to go before halftime. And Nia Robertson, she's caught fire. Last few possessions for SMU, now 8 points. Haley Cavinder leads the Canes with 12. And for Haley, playing very well, very efficient numbers, 5 of 7 from the floor.
2 for 2 from the three. She knows how to get open. She knows how to create her own shot, and she knows how to move without the ball. Her teammates does a fantastic job of finding her, knowing how to play with her, have really good chemistry with Haley Cavinder.
Yeah, Haley's played very well so far this afternoon, coming off the 18-point effort at Clemson back on Thursday. She was 7 of 17 from the floor there, and so far 5 of 7 today. So good numbers for her. Mustangs have evened things up here at 27, entering the 92nd mark of the second quarter. Adams has on the left wing for the Canes. Marshall, pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good. So Natalia Marshall, her first 2 of the day, and that puts the Canes back in front.
That is going to have to be the adjustment. It's the easiest pass from the top of the key into the post. That way, the guards cannot dig in and help.
And Peterson took it to the basket there. That foul on Jasmine Roberts, and it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jessica Peterson. Peterson had 11 rebounds in the opening quarter, just 1 here in the second, so good job there by the Canes to neutralize her from that perspective. Peterson, a 60% free throw shooter so far in the season, averaging nearly 10 points a game. First free throw, no good.
She's posted a double-double in 8 games this season, including she's had a career high of 21 rebounds this year. And so that is something that we're going to have to keep a watch out for.
Second free throw is up, short, but rebounded there by Woods. So another possession for SMU. Robertson, that 3 is long and tipped out. Peterson, another rebound there, and she'll go back to the line for 2.
We just complimented the great job that Miami has been doing. They're going to have to keep this focus for 40 minutes. And Roberts picks up a very quick 2 fouls, back-to-back fouls.
Canes led by 8 early in the second quarter, but SMU has a chance to tie the game here. Peterson, first free throw, no good, 0 for 3.
Tough break for her at the line.
4 points against Duke on Thursday. Second free throw, no good. And the Canes with the rebound. So a couple empty possessions there for SMU. Try to tie things up. And you see the number there. The Mustangs scored 4 points against Duke in the second quarter. And so far today, 15 in the second. So they avoided that big drought. Final minute here of the second quarter. Marshall out to Hilton. Goes baseline. That one tipped away, but into Marshall's hands. 5 in the shot clock. Haley Cavinder, her 3, long. Woods the rebound for SMU. Mustangs in transition here. Jones, pull-up jumper, short. And the ball will go back to Miami on a foul on the Mustangs.
Marshall doing a really good job in boxing out Peterson, understanding how important it is to keep her off the glass. Just the extra effort of pushing back. The basketball play could have been 50-50, but we're in Coral Gables here.
So ball goes back to the Canes. And the Canes in the bonus here, so it will go back to the free throw line for Miami. Canes an opportunity to open things up a little bit here before the half.
A score and a stop will be a great momentum builder going into halftime if you are the Hurricanes.
And Natalia Marshall at the line now for 2. First one is up and good. Missed the last 3 games. Averaging nearly 8 points a game. Former Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Second free throw good. A couple big free throws there for the Canes. Now go up by 4. Shot clock is off for SMU. They can hold it for the final attempt here before halftime.
Dribble weave to a screen.
Hall the dump off there to Peterson. Layup is no good. And a whistle. It's going to go against SMU.
35. Peterson with another foul while rebounding. But she is just so relentless on the boards. If you are the head coach, you're not upset. You need this level of relentlessness on the boards. I would love to have someone like that on my team, just going after the ball.
Well, it's 2 fouls for her, so she will take a seat, obviously, before the half. But SMU definitely does not want to lose her to foul trouble. Rogers' first free throw is off. Toya Wilson definitely does not want to risk another foul here in the final seconds. Second free throw by Rogers is up and good. So she splits the free throws. Canes up 5 here in the final 10 seconds before the half. Jones, nice dump up underneath. Blocked by Rogers. Time almost runs out, but a foul there on Miami. It looks like it's on Rogers there in that second attempt. So a couple free throws for SMU with 1/10 of a second left.
That is a tough break for the Hurricanes. Stop the clock. Let's watch the replay.
First one was okay. The second one that got her on the hand as Sandra Magalico at the line for SMU. The first free throw goes in. So the Mustangs here can get out of the half. They can make this free throw down 3. Missed the second one. Time's out. So Miami will head into the half, a 32-28 lead over SMU. They can get a home victory here as we start the second half. And SMU begins with possession. Nia Robertson, her jumper is up. And that one no good, picked up by Haley Cavinder. Haley over to Hannah, easy layup there. So quick 2 for the Canes. Good to get out of the break, and now a 6-point lead.
The Canes are very good in transition, and it's something that Coach Cullup really wants to focus in. Running. So teams that like to run don't like to get ran on, and so I think that the Canes can sneak in some easy buckets in transition.
Peterson's shot. That one hits off the side of the backboard. Hurricanes have it in transition. Rogers thought about 3. Instead, it's going to be Hannah Cavinder. Her 3 is no good, but she picks up her own rebound. Over to Rogers. That one looked like it was kicked there by Pitts.
Active hands and active feet.
So the ball will go back to Miami.
Well, she stopped a wide open 3-pointer on the wing from Haley Cavinder.
Yes. And
good heads up play.
So they'll take that one a side out for the Canes here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And the Canes with that layup from Cavinder out of the gate. See if they can get another basket here to get a little bit of breathing room, which they haven't been able to do with this SMU team. Williams layup short. Peterson, another rebound for her. She had 11 back in the first quarter. Top rebounder in the ACC. Robertson has here on the left wing for SMU. Three by Jones, drops in. The ball just died there on the rim and then fell in. So that three there for Jones, averaging nearly 9 a game. 5th three of the day for the Mustangs. They're within 3. Handed to Haley. She lost the handle of it. Peterson, the steal for SMU. Mustangs can tie it with a 3 here. Jones underneath to Woods. Kind of was looking for that shot underneath, but Woods couldn't get a handle on it.
SMU playing player to player, finding their different opens and options open from the three-point line, and they're not shy. They will get it up.
And we had talked about earlier about the turnovers with the Canes, only 9 against Clemson, so far 11 this afternoon. A foul underneath, it'll stay on underneath the basket. That foul on TK Pitts, so Miami will take it out underneath.
And Miami a little sloppy in the first half, hoping to clean things up in the second half and taking care of the basketball.
Roberts, jumper, in and out. Peterson, another rebound for the Mustangs. Robertson through the paint, and she banks that one in.
Oh, she lives for the moment.
She had a slow start today, but now she has 10 points on the afternoon, and SMU within 1.
She can be a very dangerous player, going to these lulls, but then fill it up really quick.
You know, I got her going. She's the 3rd leading scorer in the ACC. That's an offensive foul there on Jasmine Roberts.
Takes some selling, but that is a part of the game now. In the right place at the right time with the right type of sell, and you will get this foul called. I thought she was kind of sliding with her. Didn't think that was too much of a displacement.
So Roberts there with the offensive foul. She's going to take a seat, and the ball will go back to SMU. And so far today, the Mustangs have not led yet. So we'll see if on this possession they take their first lead of the afternoon. Robertson, another three-pointer. That one's off. Hall, the offensive rebound for SMU. She puts it up, and SMU for the first time today, they are leading here over Miami, 35-34. Haley Cavinder with it for the Canes. Looking for her sister Haley. Good defense there by Robertson, trying to suffocate Haley. Three-pointer off there by Haley Cavinder. Rebound to SMU. Robertson's going to slow things down. She was ready there.
Yeah.
She was ready to go through the lane.
Yeah, Miami a little slow coming out of halftime, but SMU looking a little hungry right now. Both teams should be very hungry for a win.
Peterson, 7 on the shot clock to the basket, and her shot goes in and out. She gets the rebound, and a foul there on Williams. Will be 2 shots for Peterson.
Peterson hasn't been great from the free throw line, but she has been fantastic on the O-boards and with rebounding. All gas, no breaks, just relentless on the ball, giving more effort than the Canes in that possession and giving herself a reward with 2 shots.
That's now 15 rebounds for Jessica Peterson today. Only 2 of 9 from the floor, but 15 boards.
She's had a career high of 21. So we have some countdowns and some things to look at. 21 rebounds here. We also have Robertson that in our past game just scored 1,000 points. And then when we look at what Haley Cavinder has been able to do, she's almost at 2,500 career points, which will make her one of the most accomplished players in NCAA history.
2-point lead here for SMU as Peterson makes her first free throw of the afternoon. Rogers, three-pointers, good. Need to get her going too. She had a couple threes back in the first half, and she gives Miami back the lead here at 37-36. Now with 10 points on the afternoon. Trio of threes for Rogers.
Yeah, Miami's doing a great job finding their shooters in transition.
Peterson, nice spin move there to the basket to give the Mustangs back the lead.
Yeah, good footwork and concentration not to travel.
Nice pass there, another connection between the Cavinder twins. And Haley with the layup, and she got an opportunity for a 3-point play here.
You know, when Miami is looking for a basket, when they're looking for something to happen, they are sure to find Haley Cavinder. But Rogers has done a fantastic job increasingly over time at making her presence known beyond the arc.
So now picking things up here in this third quarter. Peterson a layup, Cavinder a layup, and Cavinder makes the three-point play. And the Canes back up by 2. We're going a little back and forth here in this third quarter, approaching the halfway point. Entertaining game so far between these two teams trying to get in the win column. Woods, three-pointer from the corner, short. Peterson, another rebound. It's going to stay on the floor there as Marshall hung on Peterson. That's going to be a non-shooting foul, be on the floor.
Marshall did a good job at putting the body on her, but she didn't do a good job at pursuing the ball. So rebounding is not something that starts and ends and begins at just the contact. You have to put the contact, hold the contact, and then pursue the basketball.
Robertson goes to the basket, looking for contact, nothing there. Canes have it going the other way. Rogers thought about the three, said Marshall has the free throw line. Haley, three-pointers up, back the iron, no good. Canes get the offensive rebound. Marshall all the way to the basket, her layup is good. Good hustle there by Marshall. Canes now up by 4.
Canes excited to have Marshall back, the ability to pull the defense out and shoot the three-pointer, but also the ability to penetrate because you're a little quicker than the person that's guarding you at the 5.
Robertson's three is off. Marshall tried to track it down. She kept it in play. Rogers with it now. Over to Cavinder. 4-point advantage for Miami. Three-pointers up, and it is good there by Adams. That was a big three.
When Adams is making threes, it is a very good sign for the Hurricanes. A very confident shot, and she was very excited about it because she's been struggling a little bit.
All of a sudden now, Miami up by 7, and Nay Adams hitting that three there. 4.5 to go here in the third in Coral Gables. Weather warming up here in South Florida. I don't know if you're ready to swim just yet, but at least a little better than it has been the last week or so. Miami heating up as well. 8-0 run by the Canes to take a 7-point lead over SMU. The Mustangs had trailed the entire game before leading 38-37. Toyo Wilson's team had come all the way back after they had some struggles offensively, but now the Canes starting to open things up a bit here.
Doing a really good job of finding the open man, and just shot-making ability of the Canes have been very, very good.
And Peterson with that layup, Cavinder with the foul there. 3-point opportunity here. So after SMU just called a timeout, now we got the media timeout. So we will step aside. We'll do it all again coming up in a minute. And it'll be a 3-point play opportunity for Jessica Peterson, who makes this layup. Canes still up here. Miami a 5-point lead over SMU. A little more than 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter at the Watsco Center here in Coral Gables. Kevin Rogers and Tamara James with you here on this Sunday afternoon. See on the left side, Haley Cavinder as she leads the Canes with 15 points. Jessica Peterson looking for a 3-point play for SMU. She's pulled down 16 rebounds already, looking for a double-double, 9 points on the afternoon. Gets a 3-point play. So SMU back within 4.
Absolutely. We look at Jessica Peterson. She was 1 for 6 from the free throw. Now 2 of 7, making this a double-double and a great night for her.
Haley Cavinder, 3-pointers up, it's good. Knocks that one down. Her third 3 of the afternoon, 18 points for her. Back to a 7-point lead for the Canes with under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Robertson, not afraid to jack that 3-pointer long off the top of the rim, but it's going to stay with SMU.
Looking at Cavinder and her ability to just come right off of a handoff turn, square up, and knock it down without even a flinch.
Definitely has the confidence today from three-point range. 3 of 5 so far. And be free throws the rest of the way here for SMU as the Canes with 5 team fouls.
Oh, I thought the call was on Pitts, but the call was on Rogers.
So Pitts at the line. She knocks down the first free throw. It's a little dangerous now. You don't want to let this team get to the free throw line on every foul. Both free throws good by Pitts, and SMU now within 5.
You know, Pitts, with her ability to grab rebounds, she grabbed a career high 13 in a victory over Texas Tech.
Haley Cavinder, pull-up jumper, no good, and tipped out. SMU gets the rebound. There's Denai Jones, has it for the Mustangs. And Robertson, who averages nearly 20 points a game, gets SMU back within 2, or within 3 rather.
SMU not going away. Robertson making it a personal mission to stop Haley Cavinder. She's not even in help defense. She's almost guarding her like a boxing one.
Anna Cavinder pulls up for a three-pointer. Long, but Haley pulls down the rebound. 15 on the shot clock here for the Canes, and a 3-point lead under 3 minutes to go in the third. A reach and foul in Hall.
Not something you would want at the end of a shot clock. Give Miami 20 more seconds on the shot clock with that reset.
Sandra Magalico checks back in for SMU. Peterson takes a seat. We'll see if she stays out for the final 2:40 of the third and then be fresh for the fourth. Haley Cavinder's 3 is up. She knocks another one down. That's 4 for her so far in the afternoon. Been on fire from deep. Back to a 6-point lead for the Canes.
She's having herself a night for the Canes, and that is the type of effort that the Canes is going to need from their superstar Haley Cavinder and the supporting cast members.
Pitts takes it baseline, makes the layup.
She stepped on the baseline.
Okay.
That was a tough finish, though.
Yeah. So does make the layup, just doesn't count. So the Canes will take it the other way now. 7th turnover on the day for the Mustangs. Approaching 2 minutes here in the third quarter with the Canes up 6. Anna Cavinder goes left baseline, swings it over to Haley. Rogers, nice move all the way to the basket, but gets blocked by Magalico out of bounds with 3.5 on the shot clock.
What a nice move, but Magalico said not so fast. 3 seconds left after this effort from Rogers.
I'm not just shooting threes the whole day. I'm going to take it to the basket. Rogers puts it up off the rim. SMU pulls down the rebounds. Hall has it now. They get it to Robertson. Approaching 90 seconds here in the third. Mustangs down 6 to the Canes.
Mustangs have to find an answer for Haley Cavinder.
Hall spins inside. Maybe got away with a walk there, but Rogers, good defense. Cavinder up to Marshall. Adams takes a baseline, swings it out. 3 by Rogers.
Bang,
knocks
bang,
it down.
Bang!
Darrione Rogers, big 3 for her. 4th of the day, 13 points, 9-point lead for Miami.
Miami shooting 47% from the 3. They're actually shooting better from beyond the arc than they are from inside.
Robertson's 3. Long, Marshall the rebound for the Canes. Miami can go up by double digits for the first time today with the basket here.
Robertson struggling from beyond the arc.
SMU led earlier in the third quarter, but the Canes starting to pick things up here. Haley Cavinder, nice dump off to Marshall, no good. She cannot pick up the rebound. It's off Marshall, ball back to SMU.
Miami finding their open shooters. The shooters being patient and allowing the plays to develop and just having the ability to knock down shots late in the game, which is something that Miami has struggled with. If we look back into their game against Clemson, they struggled in the fourth quarter. They had wide open shots that just did not go in.
Yeah, Miami trying to avoid the same fate as Thursday against Clemson as we go to the fourth quarter. Still got one possession here for SMU. Mustangs down 9. Robertson goes baseline. Her shot rims out. Marshall the rebound for the Canes. Ball's gonna go back to SMU.
2.9 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Offensive foul, looks like maybe an elbow there she swung.
Let's watch it.
I mean, there was a foul there on Robertson, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of the call. I understand there was a little bit of elbow to the chest. She was just trying to secure the rebound and get her elbows out wide. I mean, it's kind of tough at this day and age not to be able to really throw the bows and be as physical as it used to be a few years ago.
The on-court ruling is an offensive foul on Miami number 21. The play is under review for a possible upgrade.
Sounds so nice, an upgrade.
An upgrade. You know, I remember at one point in time I was watching a game and they went back to challenge it, and they not only reversed the call, but they called the foul on the team that challenged the call. So this will be interesting because there was a foul. There was a foul as we see right now.
Watch Robertson.
Yep, it was a foul right here at Robinson that wasn't called prior. And then just a little reaction of trying to clear space. But I don't think it caused Pitts to have to, you know, flail backwards.
Well, and also, too, there's going to be no free throws for Miami. They're on the bonus. So if it somehow gets reversed, Miami will take the ball out underneath. And then they're going to run 3 seconds off and be done. Let's see what the call is.
Following review, the on-court ruling is confirmed. It's going to stand as an offensive foul.
I guess they didn't get the upgrade.
No, I didn't see an upgrade.
I'll call the manager on that one. All right.
Quick review.
Yep, so SMU will take it out underneath.
It's odd that you would see Robinson taking it out. I would assume that she would be the one to get the last shot.
There's Jones, no good. All doesn't matter, move on. After all that. 9-point lead for the Canes, headed to the fourth quarter here. Canes.
This is an extended zone. The zone has gone all the way past just the three-point line.
Nice job there by Williams. Pick up the offensive rebound of the Adams miss. And the Canes, their first double-digit lead of the day, up 11 here over SMU. SMU led in the third quarter momentarily before the Canes have opened things up.
This is a quarter that both teams really struggle. Miami has really struggled to finish these types of games, and so this is the test for Miami.
Adams over to Cavinder. Her three is good. Man, Haley Cavinder just lighting it up today. 5 of 7 from three-point range. She has 24 points, and the Canes up 14.
Gotta let her cook.
Playing extremely well here on this Sunday afternoon. Canes trying to snap a 7-game slide. Jones inside the paint. No good. Williams the rebound. Canes in transition. Hannah, nice pass down to Roberts.
Oh, dime.
For 2. All of a sudden now a 16-point lead for the Canes.
Everything going Miami's way right now. We will get a quick timeout quickly into this fourth quarter.
So SMU trying to fan the flames here at the Watsco Center. Miami getting the offense going. Hannah Cavinder to Jasmine Roberts. Miami up 16 early in the fourth. 16-point lead for the Canes here over SMU in the fourth quarter. Former Canes coaching legend Fern Labonte's here. Katie Meyer is here today as well. You know both of them pretty well, don't you?
I do. I had the awesome experience to be coached by both coaches, Fern Labonte for my first 3 years, and then Katie Meyer, who took over the program in 2005. So it's really good for women's basketball. It's really good for the University of Miami to see former coaches continuing to pour into the program, being fans of the program. This is something that you have when you are a University of Miami alumni and when you are a part of this $93,000 tuition experience per year. Private education and experience here at the University of Miami.
Absolute experience. How about this? The Canes, 10 of 21 from three-point range, 9 of 16 between Haley Cavinder and Darrione Rogers. 9 of 16.
Yeah. They've absolutely
9 of 14,
filled it
sorry,
up.
9 of 14, excuse me. 9 of 14. So the two of them shooting lights out today.
And Rogers, who has struggled the last 2 games against Clemson and Florida State, has really shown up today, focused and hungry and ready to help play her part in leading this Hurricanes team to a much-needed victory over SMU.
A little more than 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Traveling violation on Hall. Turnover SMU. Yeah, just a great run here by the Canes. They trailed by 2. 6:24 to go in the third. That's when the Mustangs were up 2, and since then the Canes have outscored them by 18. So now just got to shut the door.
SMU showing some full court pressure.
Cavinder goes up, she gets fouled, she'll go to the line for 2.
SMU's going to have to find something really quickly to get some movement going offensively. You know, they have these times that you spoke about earlier where they have these lulls where it's very hard to find scoring on their team. But this is not a moment that they need to be in a drought.
What's interesting, too, is I'll give you this number. It's Cavender's first free throw is good. Last 14 quarters, granted, the competition SMU played, Duke, Notre Dame, North Carolina, and that tough second half against Pittsburgh. Both free throws good. Last 14 quarters, prior to today, 8 times they scored 10 points or less in a quarter.
Wow.
So they've had some bad quarters, and today they've not had a single-digit quarter yet. So they've done a little better with it today, as the basket good there by Woods in the lane. SMU still down 16, so they really haven't had that bad time. They've hung around the whole day. They just haven't really gotten three-point shooting going as Roberts goes to the basket. The ball's out of bounds. They'll stay with the Canes. But 5 of 22 shooting from three-point range for SMU today. So 10 of 21 for the Canes, 5 of 22 for SMU.
Yeah, SMU's going to have to get the ball inside, penetrate pitch, find their man open, but get into the paint. But most importantly, they have to have stops. You have to have stops and quick scores in order to dig your way back into this game.
And Robertson's 1 of 10 from three-point range for SMU. Leading scorer on the team, 3rd leading scorer in the conference. That three-pointer's up, and it's good there by Kylie Marshall, her 2nd 3 of the day. So SMU now trails by 13, approaching the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Now, Miami's done a great job with Robertson in keeping her under her average.
Done a great job with that. She has so far just 12 points on the day. Haley Cavinder misfires on that 3. It's tipped out, and it'll stay with Miami. Good hustle by Roberts there to knock it off SMU.
Fantastic effort by Jasmine Roberts to keep the possession alive. When you thought all was lost, airborne. Number 4.
Always got to hurt there to be the one that gets knocked off of you. Because you didn't want it to be knocked off of you.
I know, I always wanted to see if I could catch it.
Yeah. Or you got to do the old, you got to be fast enough to move and keep it in bounds. Ball will stay with the Canes here. Under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 13-point edge for Miami. Williams looked for Roberts underneath, couldn't find her. Second try, Lost it there, 2 on the shot clock, and the ball will go back to SMU on the loose ball. Jones goes through the paint. No call there. Pitch to the basket. Her layup is good. Opportunity for a three-point play. So SMU not exactly going away. They're hanging around here down 11.
The door isn't completely closed. If SMU can pull together some strings of stops and scores, pull together a late game run, this could become very interesting. You know, they just recently won an overtime contest. That's something that the Canes has to have in the back of their mind. They have a comfortable lead. The Canes has to do a better job in finishing and closing these types of games.
SMU's 2-6 in the ACC. One of those wins in overtime, like you mentioned, against Syracuse. They also beat Stanford beat Stanford as well. Free throw no good for Pitch. She has 10 on the afternoon. Averaging 5 points a game. She's having a good day. And the ball will stay with SMU. It's out of bounds on Miami. But you see that number 2, the free throws, 8 missed free throws.
There's a lot of points being left on the board.
I mean, I understand no one's ever going to shoot 100%, but still, you make a few more of those, and then it gets a little more interesting. On the inbound, Peterson recovers that one. Closing in on 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Robertson, that one goes over the backboard, and the ball will go back to Miami.
Peterson's trying to do it all.
11-point lead for the Hurricanes. Trying to stay aggressive here.
Anna taking control from the PG position.
So far, she has 8 assists on the afternoon. 10 on the shot clock for the Canes. And she misfires over Rogers' head out of bounds.
There's a little too much air on that.
SMU can get it back to single digits here with a basket. Jones picks it up. Under 6 to go here in regulation. Robertson lost it there. Adams creates the turnover.
Adams with active hands. One of the better defenders on this team. A spark plug off of the bench defensively. And it's really allowed the Hurricanes to increase that defensive intensity, but no answer for Haley Cavinder tonight.
That's 27 points for her. She is 6 of 8 from three-point range. 6 of 8 on the day. SMU has 5 threes all as a team. Halfway through the fourth, Pitts underneath. Her layup is good now, 12 on the day, and timeout for SMU.
Almost a 30-piece for Haley Cavinder.
And so far, the top scorer for the Canes, number 5 in the ACC. She continues to play well, and we see what Haley Cavinder has done so far this afternoon.
I mean, she's been a 3-level scorer. She's been able to score at all 3 levels, commanded different defenses to be able to guard her. She's found the open man. She's been active on the board. It's been incredible tonight for the Hurricanes, and part and reason why the Hurricanes are currently up 12 with just under 5 left in the fourth.
Her season high was 31 at Florida back in mid-November.
I don't know, she might hit that today.
So that was a 10-point win for the Canes over the Gators then. That was the 3rd win of the season for Miami. So she keeps going this way. She's going to have a new season high. And her career high is 33 against Florida State back in 2023. So she can have a career high when it's all said and done.
She took a whole year off, and to come back and still have the ability to play at such a high level is really impressive.
Rogers puts up the 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Marshall of SMU. 12-point lead for the Canes. 4.5 to go. Peterson. Pitts. That shot piece there by the Canes, and Miami's going to take it the other way. Rogers ready to fire again. Elbow jumper, long, tipped out. Peterson.
Look at that. Look at that grit.
Haley Cavinder trying to get that from Peterson, the leading rebounder in the ACC.
Peterson helps her up.
We'll say this, though. That's one improvement as the SMU retains possession. Going into after one quarter, Peterson 11 rebounds. She's had 5 since. Actually, I think they'll count that one will be 6. Or I'm sorry, we're at 18. So 7 since the first quarter. That's still a pretty good improvement, considering the first 10 minutes she was all over the place.
3 shy from her career number.
That three-pointer's up and good by Woods.
The entire bench is telling her to shoot. We're down. You're open.
Turnover. Good defense there by SMU in the full court.
Couple of tough breaks for the Canes.
Trisha Culp calls timeout on the Miami side. SMU still hanging around, down 9 with under 4 minutes to go.
The shot-making ability that SMU has can really change things really quickly. You know, the normal person will look at this and say it's 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, the game is out of reach. But if you know, that is a lot of time on the clock. Neither team has a lot of, they're not near the bonus. And so if it gets down to the edge, we'll see a lot of ticky-tack fouls to get them down to that bonus opportunity.
For SMU, this is what's been like of late. Lost by 25 to Duke, by 24 to Notre Dame, by 31 to North Carolina, by 13 to Pitt, a game they were up 32. And before that, they beat Syracuse in overtime, a 15-point loss to Cal. So in reality, they've not had a lot of these late game, these close late game situations. They just haven't been able to run into it. And understandably, the competition has been fierce the last few games, but still to just still be in this one, let's see how they handle it.
Yep, and when you look at Miami lost by 3 to Clemson, lost a little bit more to Florida State, but when we talk about Boston College and Syracuse and Virginia, these have been very close games for the Canes that they have not just, they've been missing just that one extra push them over the hump.
And you say one play here and there, who knows where you're at in the standings. But trying to close things out with 3.5 to go, up 9. 10 on the shot clock for the Canes. Haley Cavinder lost the handle on it. Out of bounds, will go back to SMU. So still some life for the Mustangs here in the final 3 and change. 17 turnovers on the afternoon for the Canes.
And that one made 18, and that is something that the Canes have struggled with. You know, we said rebounding and taking care of the basketball was what was going to decide this game. And because Cavinder has had 29 points, that has allowed the Canes to be up.
Pitts with the offensive rebound. She's played very well so far today with 14 points. SMU down 7. I mean, you know, you talk about stops that SMU needs to make. Miami needs to make stops as well.
Yeah. Miami needs to go deep into the shot clock every possession. This is time management now when you're thinking of it.
Rogers for 3. Back iron miss. Tipped into the air to Peterson.
Miami's gone cold right now.
SMU was down 16 6 minutes ago.
And all of a
now
sudden
they're down
we have a
7.
game.
Yep. Cut it to 5 or even 4 here in this possession. Jones goes left baseline. 10 on the shot clock for the Mustangs. Marshall crossover. 3 is up. No good. Rebound to Rogers. Good stop there by Miami. I think the Canes will try to slow things down here as we approach 2 minutes in regulation. Want to get a good possession here. Don't want to let SMU back in. Double team there. Cavinder drops it off to Cavinder. Rogers, jumper, in and out. Peterson, another rebound.
Rogers has just gone cold, and that is 19 for Peterson.
Next 20 now.
20.
Yeah. 10 points, 20 boards. Woods the 3. She got fouled.
Wow. Potential 4-point play for number 4.
So Kezia Woods knocks down that 3. She averages a little more than 3 points a game, but that 3-pointer gets her up to 8 on the afternoon. She followed right through with it, got fouled, and all of a sudden, Tamara,
it's just
could be a 3-point game.
Yeah. And not to fret. If you are Miami right now, you're thinking, I've been here before, and I don't want to be in the same position I was after the game ends. So Miami's going to have to find a way to manage the clock, take care of the ball, get a good quality shot, and SMU is going to have to figure out a way to get a stop.
Woods, three-point play. She converts it. SMU has climbed back. They're down 3. They were down 16 earlier in the quarter. Now we'll see what Miami has with a minute and a half to go in regulation. Big possession for the Canes. Big defensive stop possibly for SMU. Haley Cavinder has it. She's been terrific today with 29 points.
SMU has been trapping off of this two-man game.
Haley, 5 on the shot clock. Takes the baseline all the way to the basket. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
That was an opportunity. You know, if I'm SMU, if I'm playing against Haley, I'm going to make her make that circus, that wild 360 type of a windmill shot at the end of a shot clock. You just cannot afford to put Haley Cavinder at the free throw line. Fantastic three-point shooter, fantastic free throw shooter.
For Cavinder on the season, 80% from the line. Knocks another one down.
SMU with only one timeout left. I don't think that they will spend it after this one to advance the ball. If I'm Miami, I'm putting some soft pressure full court.
5 for 5 now from the line. A little bit of breathing room, up 5, but still got a minute to go. We've seen crazier things. Woods back over to Jones. Jones for 3. That one's off, rebounded by Roberts. Empty possession for SMU, and a foul there. Cavinder will go to the line. See if they're, actually, no, they're not in the bonus yet.
We have a couple more.
Yeah.
But right now, you don't want Pitts or Robinson making those fouls.
So 5-point lead for Miami. They have the ball, 49 seconds left. Points here, and you should be in the clear. That one knocked out of bounds. Good job by Pitts, but the ball will stay with Miami. And again, SMU looks like, we'll see when they foul or if they try to play straight up this possession and get a turnover or a miss. Roberts has in the backcourt for Miami. Gets it over to Hannah Cavinder.
They need to
They're
foul.
They're going to foul right now. Stop the clock with 41.2.
I think they let way too much time go off the clock. I think if you don't get the ball on that initial trap or that initial inbounds, if you're in this position, you have to foul.
And the other issue, too, is, like you mentioned before, Tamara, this is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. So you have to foul, but at the same time, you almost feel like you're giving up the 2 points anyway because they're going to make the free throws.
It depends on who you foul.
Very true. Yes.
There's no way I'm letting Haley catch the ball.
Exactly.
I can tell you that.
She gets trapped in the corner, and she, let's see.
Yep.
Not yet. Still got one more to go, right?
No, I think we're in the bonus now.
We're in the bonus now.
Yep.
Okay. Made it to the bonus already. All right, so Haley back to the line for 2. She has 31, tying a season high. Going to try to tie a career high if she can make both of these free throws.
Peterson back in the game. She can tie her career high with a rebound here. I'm not sure if there'll be a miss.
All right, so it looks like SMU will call a timeout after these free throws. Oh, bouncer jinx. See that? That's why you can't mention statistics on a broadcast ever, or at least in the last 2 minutes.
Well, we're not at the line.
Yeah, I know we're not. So SMU will get the timeout here after Cavinder splits the free throw. She has 32 on the day.
Yep, SMU will take their final timeout, down 6, with just under 40 to go in this game.
All right, Coach, so what's the plan here for SMU?
I'm getting the ball to my star. I'm getting the ball to Robinson. I'm allowing her to create. She does what she does best. I mean, she hasn't shot the ball very well tonight. Only 5 of 19, but I have to go with who has been leading and carrying my team. And those 19 points, you know, she has the it factor to where she's not afraid of the moment.
Are you shooting the three or trying to take it to the basket and get a foul and maybe a layup and one?
Whatever's available. Whatever's available. You have to take the points. Points at the three if it's the opportunity at the three and a good look. But I am going to tell my team, don't rush. Don't shoot a desperation three. Let's get a good look at the basket, a good quality look at the basket. Trust in your ability of what you've been working hard on outside of practice to knock down these shots.
So SMU has the possession arrow. Whenever there's a jump ball, they have the ball. They're out of timeouts. Yeah, for Nia Robertson, 5 of 20 from the floor. SMU today is shooting 35% from the floor. Miami, 40%, but the key is you're 11 of 25 from three-point range.
Absolutely. And free throws have plagued SMU. You know, as we said, if SMU makes half of the free throws that they miss, this is a one-possession game.
Yeah, you're right there. And Peterson, remember at the end of the first half, she had the 2 she missed. They got the offensive rebound. She missed 2 more. So that was a bit of a killer.
That's the shot you want.
That 3 long. Adams, the rebound, but they're going to call it travel there.
Because she came all the way down and then onto the ground. But I wonder what her vertical is because she jumped higher than any player out there, and she's probably one of the shortest players on the court.
Let's see this again.
She just went all the way up. She can't go all the way up, and you can't land on the ground. Here's another opportunity for SMU.
So they'll try again here, down 6 with 33.6 to go here in regulation. SMU's out of timeouts. So if they get stuck here, they got to get it in. Another 3 put up. Long, tipped out. It's going to stay here. And Peterson was fouled on that one. Not the, well, only 2 team fouls on Miami, so it's going to stay underneath the basket. Non-shooting foul there on the Canes.
Jasmine Roberts. That's her 4th.
So a 3rd opportunity for SMU. Robertson. Cavinder covering her, and Robertson's going to line for 2.
Almost 3 the hard way.
So still, even if the 2 free throws are made, Canes still the 2-possession lead.
Unless it's a 4-point play.
Yeah, we've seen one of those today already.
Yep.
Actually, that foul was on Marshall.
It was on Marshall.
Yeah.
Really big free throws coming up here from Robertson.
She's 1 of 2 from the line today, nearly 80% from the line on the season. Big miss.
Huge miss. Still a lot of time on the clock.
Missed them both. And
wow.
A timeout on the Miami side. That's what we got. Free throws were a problem. We talked about that. 2 big misses there for Robertson. Still a 6-point lead for Miami.
Miami advances the ball with this timeout. Very important possession. Miami has to take care of the basketball at this possession right here. Not sure if SMU will go for the fouling before the ball gets in. But they definitely play the lanes very aggressively and have the ability to potentially get a hand on the ball and to cause some disruptions or a possible turnover.
So that would be, we have it right, 7 of 17 from the line for SMU today. Down 6. You do the math.
Yeah. A lot of points left out there.
And it's hard. And you know what it is? It's a hard argument when you say, oh, well, you miss free throws, you make them, you win the game. There's so many other things that happen in the game, but unfortunately, we look at that because we stop the game, you have your free throws. If you make them, nobody's affecting you. You know, it's always easy and hard at the same time to to have that discussion, but still, regardless, still got to make a stop here. Canes up 6. Roberts gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
I think there was an opportunity to get a tie up there, although the ball would have stayed with the Canes.
So Jasmine Roberts heading to the line. She's 2 for 2 so far in the day, just 6 points. But again, another one of the top free throw shooters on this team. I mean, pretty much, you go to any of the guards, it feels like, they're all around 80%.
Jasmine Roberts, a fantastic piece here for the Canes. Last season, she had a standout game in the win over Duke, scoring a career-high 25 points and grabbing 8 rebounds. And prior to this game, just 62 points away from 1,000 career points.
And she's been the constant for this program the last few years.
Probably one of the only players that are still here as a senior that came in as a freshman.
You don't see it that often. Second free throw bounces out. 7-point lead for the Canes. SMU's got to hustle here. Good defense there. Look at Adams. She's played very, very well today.
Adams
off the
had me
bench.
hyped over here. I'm ready to get in the game.
You almost said 2. Here, look at this replay.
Just active hands, quick, very passionate, very aggressive defender. Someone that you definitely want when you have just a couple of seconds go and you want to get a stop.
And you know what, too? We always, again, you talk about turnovers, things like that. Yes, she had the turnover on that rebound that she traveled on, but still, as she jumped almost to the rim, it felt like you said, okay, you turned the ball over, but still, that was great hustle, and that was a pretty athletic play.
Those are the type of turnovers any coach could live with because it's an effort play.
Right. It wasn't a silly turnover. No, you were going up there and, Yeah, if you're going 100%,
if you make a turnover, going 100% full effort, a coach can live with that.
She's played well off the bench today. A couple big baskets, some defensive stops. Ball knocked out of bounds will stay with Miami with 10.7 seconds left. And pretty much just a formality at this point. The Canes will pick up their second ACC win on the season. SMU will fall to 2-7 in ACC play, their first season in the conference. Underneath, Roberts, she gets fouled. She'll go back to the line for 2.
Adams, only a freshman, rated as the number 10 point guard in the country last year. The 37th player in the entire nation.
Now, the guy give SMU credit, though, today is that they came all the way back. They took the lead. They trailed by a bunch. They hung around in the fourth quarter. It's been tough for them. They've had injuries. Went through a rough stretch the last few games. Roberts misses the first free throw. That, in the end, both these teams have had their struggles. A very good game here.
I knew this game would come down to the wire. Both teams having, like you said, these challenges and the adversities, but and both looking to stop the streak. But Miami seemed a little hungrier and gave better effort in the end, collectively as a team, which resulted in this victory.
The losing streak is over for the Canes. First win since December 15th, their second conference victory on the season as they beat SMU 76.